Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Great Gibraltar Draft with Hound Dogs. Today we have got the quarterfinal of the Europa League against Borussia Mönchengladbach. First and second leg will be playing today. Not much to update you on really to start with. We've won the league already, so nice and comfortable. We've got 3 games to go in that, and also the cup finals as we've mentioned. Otherwise, since we last saw you, it was 1-0 win against Lincoln, and of course a 4-1 win as well against Europa FC. So 2 pretty comfortable victories in the end. Nothing really to say about that. It was very, very easily, to be honest. But Mönchengladbach today, plenty to work with here. We've got Carol Eiting will start in midfield with Partey, Saranic on the right, Naranja on the left, Diarasuba up top just behind Obafemi, and then Soler, Murray, Camboire and El Tayeb at the back with Vodisek in goal. Samuel Kalou has obviously been fantastic for us, but I think I'm going to start him off because we've still got a second leg. So there's plenty of time for him to make any make a difference in the game. Stones is on the bench along with Romero as well as Mbayamba, so plenty there to be involved if needed. So we're just going to jump straight into the game, get it started, get right into this. I mean, if we get anything again from this, I'll be very impressed. We're undefeated in our last 5 games, winning our last 3. So we're looking pretty good on that side of things. And Mönchengladbach have lost a couple over their last 3 games. So you never know. Maybe the form table is in our favour a little bit. But it's going to be a tough one. They're obviously a very, very good side. And the fact that we've got to take on Real Madrid or Sevilla if we get through, it's a big ask. But, I mean, we've got to get through first. There's no point worrying about that until we've seen what we can do here. Thomas with a switch of play over to the left-hand side of Naranjo, running through on goal. He is going to cut back, lays it off to Soler, who's shot, saved by Ersin, who isn't able to tap that over the bar. But a great start to the game, 7 minutes in, and we're looking pretty good so far. Salafu taking the corner, will whip it in. Can we get a header on goal this time? No, we can't. I've still not worked out how to do corners properly. But the pressure is on, and Mönchengladbach aren't dealing with it fantastically well. Carol Eiting's pass does just come straight to them, and they're able to kind of move up the pitch now as the ball goes long. Murray's not quite able to win that header, but the flick on means nothing as Vodisek gets to that. He launches the ball forward. Obafemi will chase it, but Mai will get there ahead of him as Saranic now looks to close down. Koulibaly out wide to Suarez, who's back to Fernandez. Now Calzonjin. Then Ebenhock, Suarez again on the overlap. I mean, it's some lovely football by Mönchengladbach. Koulibaly's received it back on the edge. We've got a couple of lines of 4 here, but they're getting some space. And it's a decent goal. Kai Zongjin finds Ebenhock, and he just smashes it in from the edge of the box. We weren't close enough to him. It's their first real effort in the game. Just as I thought we might get the chance to get a goal, they managed to nick one. And it does lead to them going 1-0 up. We knew this was going to be a tough game, but we'll have to see how things continue. But only a few minutes later, Soler, on this left-hand side, looks to whip a ball in. It's headed clear by Fernandez comfortably. We're not reacting to this, as Koulibaly's going to get to that header clear and now come forward again. I mean, we've got to react quicker than that, as the ball's gone over top to Ebenhock, who's shot. It's Vodisek even is able to kind of match that shot, but it's poor, really, isn't it? When one ball in gets cleared and we don't latch onto it. We had the players in the right positions, I think, really. But Obafemi gets onto that and just heads it away. He wasn't having any of it. He was just heading that as far as away as possible. As Mönchengladbach comes forward once again, 15 minutes in. Koulibaly back to Suarez. They're keeping the ball nicely. We know they're able to do that. But we're still pretty even with shots. XG, they've not had much more possession, but at the moment they do certainly seem like they're on the up as Soppy comes forward, a whipped ball across. Ebenhock with their header. I think we get a bit lucky there because it was a free header towards goal that we weren't able to kind of deal with initially, but it is headed wide. Salafu will receive the ball initially into Naranjo, who's cut inside here. Can he find a pass to Obafemi? Looks over the top for Saranic, but it is headed clear, and now they look to break. Calzon-Jin looks over the top to Ebenhock, who's Campuala and Murray are nowhere near. I mean, I think, was that a save? Or I think Ebenhock's just knocked that over the bar with a little chip. But not going great. We've got a corner, though. Things can change at the blink of an eye. Salafu with a whipped ball in. Can we get the header? We did win a header, which was a first for a while. But Murray does end up heading over the bar. They're coming forward again. Calzon-Jin with the ball across. It's headed towards goal. And Suarez heads wide of the target. It's still end-to-end. We're still in the game, very much so. Still creating some opportunities. We just got to make them count to really get something from this. We can see Sterling scored for Real Madrid, so they're 1-0 up against Sevilla. Arsenal are beating Atletico Madrid 2-0 with Saka and Martinelli getting the goals. But we are back here today with Murray, who's just headed wide of the target. Saranic looking to deliver that ball, but it does just go wide from the header. I mean, we've had lots and lots of efforts. We've just not been able to make anything quite work for us so far. Let's see. I think what we'll do is take Saranic off, bring Kalu on, who's been very good otherwise. And I think we will leave it at that for now. Obafemi might come off and we might bring on Romero a little later on. But at the moment, I think we're still doing okay as we look to come forward here. Cambuala playing it short to Thomas, then Cambuala again. He looks for a ball over the top to Naranjo, who's through on goal here. Can he finish this one? Surely. He just hits it wide of the target. How has he missed that? That would have been a fantastic time to score. 1-on-1 with the keeper. Lovely ball over the top, but he isn't able to slot that in just after half-time. As now Mönchengladbach have come forward. I mean, this will be a real hammer blow if they do score here to double their lead going into the second leg. As Mai looks forward, finds Fernandes into Koulibaly. Zhongjin back to Mbaye. Finds Suarez through on goal. And there it is. I mean, it could be offside, but you could tell that was coming, couldn't you? We missed an absolute sitter of an opportunity. It was disallowed. Okay, we've got away with it, but we missed a sitter, and they've kind of gone up the other end and just got the goal that they thought they wanted. I mean, that is very, very tight and very harsh to disallow that. But I'm not going to complain. I'm very happy that they did disallow it, because it means we're still in the game. Lazio currently drawing with Rangers, Cloudinor for Rangers, and Rebic for Lazio, as it will be Kalu on this right-hand side. Drives past his man, which we've seen him do plenty of times before, creating lots and lots of opportunities doing that, but we do lose out this time as the ball switched out wide to Soppy for Mönchengladbach, driving down this right-hand side for them. He cuts it back to Mbaye, but Eiting's able to get there and Soler clears. But it will just come straight back at us with Papetti, who does end up having to go back to the keeper. But they will come forward once again. We're putting a bit of pressure on now, though, so they're being forced into going backwards. Hopefully this pressure maybe leads to something rather than getting round us, as it looks like they have done, as Ebenhock looks for the overlap of Zhongjin, who's run through on goal. That one is not going to be disallowed. It was a lovely bit of football by them, but we've pressed and it's not quite worked. They've managed to get out really well around us and made the most of the space. You can see here Suarez into Fernandes, finds Ebenhock. We've got the centre halves up high, and he's just gone through in the middle. I think we'll bring Romero on now for Obafemi. And to be fair, I'll probably bring Eiting off and bring on Stones, because why not? We've got half an hour to go. Hopefully they'll be able to influence things somewhat, and maybe we'll be able to get something out of this. I mean, we're deserving of a goal, I think, as Obafemi will come forward here. He's got to look for that overlap, surely. No, a good challenge where Papetti goes in, and it stays at 2-0 so far. But they do also have a corner now. Whipped in, 25 minutes to go. Cambuala with a good header away, but it will fall to Mbaye to get onto that. He looks around the corner. Suarez cuts back inside to Calzon-Jin, who shoots, and he puts it top right-hand corner. Luis Suarez. I'm assuming that's not the Luis Suarez. I'm assuming that's just a player with the same name. But yeah, 3-0. I think we might have had our fun this season in in the league. I mean, I think they've... Where's he gone? Have they subbed him off? They must have done. I'm blind, maybe. I don't know. Maybe he's called something else, but they've still got Ryan Kent. A free kick, though, by Kent. Delivers it. Falls to Fernandez. It's 4-0. We are getting absolutely roasted. To be quite honest, unless something happens in the second game, we'll probably just skip past it and show you the result, because it's not going to plan, is it? 4-0 at home. I think we can kind of... kind of just confirm that this isn't going to go our way, and things haven't exactly gone to plan. Brandon Stones looks for a switch of play, though. Can he find Kalu? He's looked for him. I mean, it's not a bad ball, but the keeper's done very well to come off his line to get to that. But we will go again. Kambwala into Murray. Back to Kambwala, who will look again on the outside, this time for El Tayeb, who can turn and run forward with the ball. Looks over the top for Kalu, who is, I mean, he's through on goal here. Can he finish this time? He does manage to dink the keeper, but it's hit the bar. It's just not going our way today, I don't think. I think everything they've had has been going in. Everything we have just hasn't. And it's just not worked for us. So there you go. That is the first leg done. 4-0 to Borussia Mönchengladbach. It's not been a great result. If anything does happen in the second leg, you'll find out in just a second. Otherwise, we'll also see in just a second for me being sad because we've lost to Mönchengladbach 10-0. But yeah, one sec. We finished the second game, and unfortunately it was a 4-1 loss. We did get a goal. Salafu did manage to get one just before half-time to level things up. But the second half, things kind of went a little bit downhill. And in about 10, 13 minutes, they were able to get another 3 and wrap things up. So we lost 8-1 in the end on aggregate. It could have been worse, could have been better. That's for sure. Overall, not too concerned. It's okay. I mean, we've done very, very well. We broke a record for our home attendance in the first game with 4,910. So, I mean, it's quite the record. So I'm pretty happy with that. Then what we'll do next is we'll just come back at the end of the season, have a little review of the 2 cup finals we've had, and then see how our season went, head into the final 5 seasons of the challenge, and go from there. But with that said, thank you very much for watching. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and of course, I will catch you in the next one.